Hey everyone, and welcome. So let's be honest. Have you ever been in a meeting, maybe half listening to the pre-meeting chit-chat, and then you suddenly look up and realize the actual meeting started 5 minutes ago? Yeah, we've all been there. Today, we're going to sharpen a super important skill, knowing exactly when a meeting really begins. Okay, so you know that feeling, right? You're on a call, people are talking about their weekend, and then suddenly they're on the first agenda item. That little jolt of, wait, what did I miss? That's exactly what we're going to get rid of today. It's all about tuning our ears to the right signals. So, before we dive into these specific phrases you need to listen for, let's just quickly touch on why this is so important. In our crazy fast professional lives, being an active, focused listener isn't just a nice little skill to have. It's pretty much the foundation of all good communication.
And this really breaks down what we mean by good listening at work. It's not just about hearing the words. It's about a few key things. First, it's about speed. You got to be able to pick up on key info quickly. It's also about social awareness, recognizing those polite, professional cues. And of course, it's about focus, really grasping the main point. All three of these are what help you spot that exact moment a meeting kicks off.
And that really brings us to the core idea here. Seriously, almost everything we do at work, whether it's working on a team project or pitching a big new idea, it all rests on our ability to listen well first. If you can master this, you're going to see your performance improve in, well, pretty much every part of your job. All right, so now that we've got that foundation laid, let's get to the fun part. We're going to learn how to identify these specific verbal cues that are basically the starting pistol for a meeting. We call these formal opening markers. So what are these things exactly? Well, think of them like verbal signposts. They are the specific phrases a meeting leader uses to shift the whole group's attention from the casual chit-chat to the real reason you're all there, the agenda. It's like a line in the sand that says, okay, fun's over, let's get down to business. And this just explains the idea perfectly. I absolutely love this analogy. Listening for these markers is just like a judge banging a gavel in a courtroom. It's not always loud, it's not dramatic, but it does the exact same thing. It cuts through all the noise and signals that, okay, the official stuff is starting now. The warm-up is officially over. Now, theory's great and all, but hearing it for yourself is where it really clicks. So we're going to play a couple of quick audio examples from different speakers, just like you'd hear in a real office setting. Your only job? Listen for that gavel drop moment. Okay, first up is what we call the direct start. This one is super clear, very professional, and it leaves absolutely no doubt that the meeting is beginning. Listen for that key phrase. Let's have a listen. Good afternoon, everyone. Let's get started with the presentation review. Did you catch it? Let's get started. You can't miss it, right? The tone is clear, the message is direct. As soon as you hear that phrase, that's your cue to go into 100% focus mode. All right, now for a slightly different flavor. Sometimes the marker is a little softer, kind of wrapped up in a nice welcome. But make no mistake, its job is exactly the same. Let's listen. Here's the second one. Team, thanks for joining this morning. We have a lot to cover. See how that works? Thanks for joining is polite. It's friendly, but it's the official start. And then that little tag on, we have a lot to cover, just confirms it. It's still the gavel drop, just with a slightly more welcoming sound. Okay, so you've heard the theory, you've heard the examples. Now, how do you actually get good at this? How do you make spotting these markers second nature? Well, in this last section, we'll cover exactly how you can practice and really master this skill. And it really just comes down to two simple things. First, practice. You can listen to these audio clips again or just pay extra attention in your next few real-life meetings. Your goal is to just consciously note to yourself, there it is. That's the start. Second, and this is so important, practice your response. Now, I don't mean you have to say anything. It's more of a physical shift. It's the act of putting your phone down, closing that email tab, and giving the speaker your full attention. It's a quiet signal to yourself and everyone else that you are ready and engaged. So at the end of the day, why does this one little detail matter so much? Well, because mastering it shows you're present. It shows you're focused and that you respect everyone's time. It is a very small change in your listening habits that can have a really big impact on how you're seen as a professional. The real takeaway here is all about learning to listen with intention. And that kind of brings us to a final thought. Now that you're tuned into meeting openers, what other quiet cues are you listening for at work? Maybe it's the change in someone's tone right before a big decision, or the specific words people use in important emails. The most important communication is often happening just below the surface. Thanks for joining this explainer.